So, it is the middle of July. We got Record Store Day Drop 2 coming up, and I'm here with Joe at Hi-Fi Hits in Williamsville, New York. What's happening, Joe?
Not much, just hanging out, getting ready for Saturday. We're very excited about it.
Yeah.
Excited and nervous at the same time.
Right on, right? Big day. Record Store Day in June. Was pretty busy. You had a great big old line outside.
That was our busiest day. We've only been open for a couple of years. It's almost 2 years now. And that was our busiest day we've had since we opened.
Ever, really? Well, that's cool. Well, I was in and out early because I was very early in line. So I got what I needed and I dashed. But there was a lot of people here. And I was shocked today to find, for anybody looking, I was really floored to see this still here. Right? Lady Gaga, yellow vinyl. So this one came out last month?
Yeah.
So how did you end up with a copy of this still? Because these things flew off the shelf that day.
We did run out. But you order a lot of these things and then they allocate it, so you're kind of at the mercy of these distributors on who gets what and how many. But anyways, once you order them, you're locked in at a number, so if the distributors get shipments late and you ordered it, they'll still send you what you ordered.
Yeah.
And you don't know this is going to happen though. And then one day we get a box and we were lucky that the Lady Gaga was in there, and we also got that Haim, if I'm saying that right, H-A-I-M, with the Taylor Swift on the B side. A lot of people were looking for that.
Cool.
And we ordered it, but we didn't get it in time, so it all showed up late.
So now it's hanging out here, just waiting for somebody that wants it.
Right. So if anyone just browsed in, it would be here.
Yeah. I was floored. This one, obviously, this is for somebody to buy. My copy at home is open, and I've played it. And I'll tell you, this was actually, in my opinion, originally kind of disappointing, the lack of packaging when this album came out.
I agree.
Just a plastic bag and a clear album.
And it was still kind of expensive for the,
Yeah.
And I thought it doesn't seem like it's worth it for what it costs.
No.
It's very minimal.
Now it's a really nice trifold. It's still a single LP, but there's all kinds of goodies in here in terms of the packaging is phenomenal. So that's a really cool one right there. Let's dive into Record Store Day, July.
We'll do that
Let's see what's coming
these
up.
are just a few of the highlights that a lot of people have been calling and asking about, or emailing me and stuff. So just right on top, I got the Pearl Jam 12-inch single. It's the 30th anniversary because apparently it was released 30 years ago. It was the first single off of the album 10. And so 30 years later, they're re-releasing it just like it was when it came out, and they're also releasing the cassette single. So
that's cool.
You could get both if they're here, if you're lucky when you get here, or one or the other. Cassettes are, believe it or not, people are been buying them a lot. They're kind of making their own little comeback.
Yeah. Now, are you seeing people come in looking for that?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. At first, people were trying to see if we wanted to buy cassettes, and we didn't really know if we wanted them. And then someone kind of donated a pinch of them, and we put them on the shelf, and they flew out. So we started thinking, all right, so now we do actually buy back cassettes. And they do sell pretty well.
Wow. Now, is there a particular genre that people are collecting cassettes in, or?
They are kind of all over the map, but I can tell you the more popular ones are like new wave 80s ones. New wave are really great. Punk rock ones are super good. Metal cassettes.
Sounds good. Yeah, right. Because nobody's going to notice the hiss on those, right? It's so loud anyway. Who cares? That's really cool. This one here, so far, I'm taking this stack home with me on Saturday.
Well, this I think is the most popular one that people asked if we got.
Yeah.
And we did get a lot of them, so we feel pretty blessed on that. It's the Foo Fighters. They're going by DGs, but it's the Foo Fighters, and it's called Hail Satan. But side A is all Bee Gees covers, and I think that's why everyone's just curious to hear what the heck it's going to sound like.
Yeah.
And then side B is live songs from one of their albums done live. So it's not all Bee Gees, just side A is Bee Gees.
Oh, that's cool.
I know, I wish it was both sides.
Yeah, no, I know. That's cool, though. I'm looking forward to that for sure. Seen a bit of a buzz about this next one here you're going to pull
And then
up.
Amy Winehouse, she's very popular in general. We sell posters of her and her albums regularly. So this is the remix of both of her albums, Frank and Back to Black, I believe it's called.
Cool.
So that should be pretty good. And then this one, I'm just curious to hear it. It's Crosfield's Nash Young Deja Vu, but this one's revisited. So what they are is alternate versions of what you already heard. So I would just be curious just to hear it,
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, here's one.
And then this Beastie Boys, I didn't know if people were going to want it, It's got 2 extra tracks on it, and one of them is Light My Fire. So I'm just curious, what are the Beastie Boys going to do with that song?
Yeah, right.
So I just got to get it just because I want to hear it. But it's a reissue, so you might already have it, but even if you do, you won't have the 2 bonus tracks because that's the first time they're being released on here.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then this is a Canadian group that was popular in the 90s, and this came out on CD only, and now this is being released on vinyl, and it's part of a Canadian record store day, but we were able to get a copy of it. So if anyone still likes Big Sugar, a vinyl version of it.
Wow, and does that say that they come with a signed insert too?
I didn't look at
Yeah,
the details.
individually signed inserts on that one. Hey, for fans of Big Sugar, and I know in the 90s, mid 90s and on, I was listening to a lot of 97.7 Hits FM.
Yeah, that's
St.
where you
Catharines.
would have heard them.
That's where I would have heard them a lot, and that's for sure. So that's really cool. And this is really just sort of scratching the surface for everything that's coming out this
Correct.
Saturday, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of titles, and unfortunately, you do order a lot. All the stores do, and you just hope for the best. So the distributors allocate it, and some stuff we didn't get, unfortunately, but we did get a lot of the stuff we did want.
Cool. Well, I see most of my list on the table here, and I know there's a couple other ones that we already talked about, so I'm excited to dig through that in a couple days, right?
Yeah.
But hey, man, let's talk about the store. So last year, they cut Record Store Day into 3 different days, right? It was supposed to be, like May, and then it ended up being August, September, and October.
That's correct. But I didn't know how it was going to be. It was a little disappointing when I first heard how they were going to do it, but it turned out really better for everyone.
Yeah.
Because as a person in the record store, when you order this stuff, they make you pay for it as soon as they ship it. So when they do it that way in 3 separate ones, you can pay 3 separate times, so it's not one gigantic bill, it's like 3 smaller bills.
Yeah.
And then also I feel like as a customer buying it, people want a lot of them, but they might not have a budget all on one day to buy everything they want. So this way they can buy a chunk on the first one, regroup and come back for the second, and regroup and come back for the third. So
I can personally relate to that.
in my head, I thought it was actually the best way to do it. I
Yeah.
think maybe they just change the months around. Maybe if they go
Yeah.
April, May, June, or something like that.
Yeah, a little bit of a spread or something like that, might work. But anyway, it was cool. I came here for all 3 of those, and then Black Friday. So it was really 4 months in a row last year, and I'm sure everybody knows that.
That's true. It was actually like that movie Groundhog Day.
Yeah, except November was really cold.
Yeah. Well, that was good about Record Store Days. They did it because they were in the warmer months.
Yeah.
Other than Black Friday.
That's right. But you said the store has been open now for how long?
Well, we're coming up on our 2-year anniversary. August 27th will be 2 years. Now, granted, we were closed 3 months because of the virus. We had to close March to June.
Yeah.
But if you don't count, it's 2 years. It'll be August 27th. And I didn't know what was going to happen when the virus went down. I've never, no one knew what the heck was going on. So I was very nervous, but luckily we had our website set up, so people were shopping off the website, which kind of helped us.
Yeah.
And then in a weird way, I think it might have helped us because everything was closed. There was nothing to do, so I think everyone was buying turntables and buying more records.
I can personally attest to that as well. That's exactly what I did at the beginning of it.
Well, now I'm a little nervous because now we're starting to get out of the virus time, and I'm not sure everyone's starting to find things to do. I'm hoping they don't forget us now that we're over here.
Yeah, well, that's the funny thing, right? I mean, with music, I didn't discover listening to music during COVID. I just actually put some time into listening to an LP versus streaming something on Spotify or another platform where you can go from song to song.